Good morning, Year Sixers. Welcome to Lesson 1 for English. What I'm going to do is we're going to go through the lesson. I'm going to be rather quick about it because I can't have this going for too long. So we're going to just speed through. If at any point you need me to slow down, you're just going to have to click pause, maybe go back and rewatch or re-listen, or go back and answer questions. So make sure that you just tap pause if you need a bit of time to digest what I'm saying. So this unit is all about advertising in the media. We're going to learn to analyze and interpret a variety of different medias and how different language features and text features are used to persuade people. What we're going to do is maybe go through. Here we are. Okay, what you're going to need to do is open the lesson booklet and open advertisements 1 and 2. If you cannot print the lesson booklet and you're on a laptop, go through and just type your answers in. If you can't type in because you're on an iPad or a phone, you're going to need to have a notebook and a pencil ready to go so that you can write your answers down. So make sure that you do that now. All right, viewing and comprehending still image advertisements. So we're going to understand how to interpret and analyze information and ideas in advertisements and how similar topics in advertisements can be used features in similar and different ways. Sorry, this is going to go very quick. All right, first let's break it down. What is advertisements, or what are advertisements? An advertisement is a tool used to get people's attention by persuading them to do, buy, or believe something. So remember that. So it's a tool. It's something that businesses, organizations, companies do. What is media? So media refers to the means of communication. So how is it being communicated? And that could be television, radio, newspaper, magazines, the internet, billboards, literally anything you can think of. So anything that will reach or influence people. So media can be print, broadcast, or being electronic. If you listen to the radio, you hear advertisements all the time. If you watch TV, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, advertisements are everywhere you go. All right, so what is the purpose of advertising? The purpose of advertising is to persuade people. So its sole purpose is to persuade you to do, buy, or think. All right? And in going through this lesson, hopefully you will be able to identify the sole purpose of an advertisement. So an advertisement doesn't just have to do one of those 3 things. It can do all or a couple of them. Sometimes it's for you to think something in order to do and buy something. All right? So just don't forget that the sole purpose of an advertisement is to persuade. All right? Do, buy, or think. All right, let's have a look at some key text structures of advertisements. So if you have a look, an advertisement usually has an image. Sometimes that could be a photo, a background, or a drawing. Most advertisements have a heading. So a heading usually goes to the top. It's usually big, it's usually bold, it's usually something that captures your attention. Most advertisements have a subheadline, so slightly smaller. It gives you, I guess, the next most important bit of information. Most advertisements, not all, have copy text. So copy text is either printed or spoken, and it gives you more information about the product or service. So it's not a sentence that says, go to this website to do this, or go here to do that. Its sole purpose is to give you additional information about the product or service that is being advertised. So remember that, that's key. And most include a logo. So for example, the one on the screen is a Nike advertisement. The logo is a pretty key indicator that it's from Nike, because that's pretty synonymous with Nike's brand, is that big tick. All right. There are 2 advertisements. You need to have them open. We're going to go through advertisement 1, and then we're going to answer questions together, and then you're going to go through advertisement 2 on your own. All right, so we're going to have to very quickly, we're going to break these down and have a look at the key text structures. First, let's look at advertisement 1. There is an image very clearly. This advertisement uses color as well. So image doesn't always have to be a huge picture. It can be the colors they use, you know, the placement of it. So this one uses lots of green because it's an eco-friendly advertisement. It's about the environment. And so it does have an image. It has a photograph and it uses lots of color. It does have a heading. This one is a little bit complicated with how it's laid out. So your heading is actually not the largest font on this advertisement, so it's a bit tricky, but it does have a headline. The subheadline is actually the company name, which is Great Green Gifts. It doesn't have copy text. I know there's an arrow on there. There's not supposed to be an arrow. So if you could ignore the arrow, that would be fantastic. So there's actually no copy text because this advertisement doesn't give you additional information about what the product actually is. It goes on about it being eco-friendly and doesn't harm the environment. And then at the bottom it says, look at Great Green Gifts Guide to find hundreds of eco-friendly gifts that will save money and save the planet. It doesn't actually give you any more information about what the products actually are. So there is no copy text. So you're going to ignore the arrow that points to the smallest font on the advertisement because it doesn't actually pertain to any extra information. Now, is there a logo? Of course there's a logo. The GGG in a box with a little love heart. So that is the logo for this company, which is Great Green Gifts. Let's go to advertisement number 2. Is there an image? Yes. In this advertisement, the image takes up majority of the page, which is the image of the girl leaning against the wall. Is there a headline? Certainly is. It goes to the beginning of the page, show your eco flag. Subheadline. Now the difference between the headline and the subheadline is the size and type of font. So the headline is larger, it's bold, and the colors are darker. The subheadline, it's not written in bold. It still uses the same dark colors, but it's trying, I guess, differentiate between the heading and subheadline. So it is slightly smaller. It's not as bold, but it is very clearly a different size to the font underneath it. Underneath it, that is an example of what copy text is. So if we go through, and I'm going to read the heading, the subheadline, and then the copy text, and you should be able to very clearly understand the difference between a headline and copy text. So I'm going to read it from the beginning down. Show your eco flag. With NBT's new line of friendly threads, jeans and shirts made from 100% bamboo. The silky look and feel is just the first great thing about these threads. Bamboo fabric is the next big thing. It's the friendly thread made from a renewable source so it doesn't hurt the environment. Now, if you have a look at the subheadline, that is telling you what the product is. So it's NBT's new line of friendly threads. It's jeans and shirts made from bamboo. The information underneath is giving you a bit more about, a bit additional information about the product. Okay, it's a silky look. It feels great. It's bamboo fabric. It's the next big thing. It's a renewable source and it doesn't hurt the environment. So it's more information about the product. We already know it's jeans and shirts because it explicitly says that. So there is definitely copy text. There's a subheadline, there's a heading, and the logo is along the bottom, which is NBT. Now the logo stands out quite a bit here because it's written in that same navy, dark colored font. All right, we're going to have to zoom through because we're running out of time. You're going to have to pause there. What you're going to do is you're going to scroll down your PDF to question 2. Ignore the video and all that because I've already covered all of it. Now, I don't have very long in order to go through this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go through and answer these questions together. Then you are going to answer question 3 on your own. Question 3 is the same questions that we're answering here, but using advertisement number 2. So let's have a look at advertisement number 1 and have a look at the features. Now, write their questions. It's asking you to tick what text features are within this advertisement. Is there an image? Yes, there is. Is there a headline? Yes, there is. Is there a subheadline? Yes, there is. Is there copy text? No, there isn't. We've already talked about that because it doesn't give you additional information about what the product or service is. So no copy text here. Is there a logo? Yes. Company name? Yes. Great Green Gifts is the company name. What is the content of the headline and how do we know it's the headline? Presents for the future is the headline. How do we know it's the headline? Let's just go for, it's at the beginning of the page, or it's one of the first things that you read. Great Green Gifts is technically part of a headline because it is quite large, but just go with me on this one, that we're going to go with presents for the future. Is there copy text or is there just a sub-headline? So it is just a sub-headline because it's not copy text. We've already talked about why. You're just going to write how you know the difference. It doesn't give you information about the product being sold. It just tells you where you can go. Write one line to explain what the image shows. Now the image is showing, I'm going to say, it looks like a pot plant that is in a gift box with ribbon around it, which is quite clever because it's talking about presents for the future. It's talking about, eco-friendly, great green gifts. And for me, when I hear green gifts, it's talking about plants or things used from renewable resources and things from the environment that are quite sustainable. So I like that they have taken a pot plant and put it in a present. So it's quite literal in the way that it's displaying its image. So you can describe that in whatever way you want, but I need you to write a sentence down as to what the image is that you're seeing. The next question is, who do you think this advertisement is aimed at? Now, we haven't talked about target audience, but target audience is the group of people that this advertisement was aimed at. So who was it targeting? Don't think age group, think types of people. So any company, brand, or organization that creates an advertisement is targeting at a particular group of people. So I think this advertisement would be aimed at or targeted at people who care for their environment, people who aim to be sustainable, people who want to be eco-friendly, they want to try to save the planet, they, don't want to harm the environment, so those types of people. That's what you want to write down there. So the types of people who would find this advertisement useful or, it'd be targeted at them. Let's go down to the next question. Who do you think is responsible for this advertisement? So who do you think created it? All we have to do is look at the logo and look at the company name. And that is Great Green Gifts. It's written numerous times on the advertisement, and it also has the website link along the bottom of the advertisement, and it has a logo, GGG, Great Green Gifts. What does the advertisement want you to do? It's pretty simple, this one. It would like you to start, purchasing eco-friendly gifts to give to people. They want you to try to save money and the environment. So they would like you to go to their website and purchase eco-friendly gifts to give to people. Obviously, they want to protect the environment and they want you to get on board with that as well. All right, the next one is advertisement number 2. Now, you are going to do these on your own. They are exactly the same set of questions, but you're looking at advertisement number 2. So make sure that if you are stuck on a question, you go back and you listen or watch the ones that we've just done. And I want you to go through, write them on your notepad, write them onto your PDF, but please make sure that you do answer them because we are going to be looking at these again in tomorrow's lesson. Thank you for tuning in today, guys. We're going to leave it there. I want to leave you with these questions to do and make sure that you, if you want to, go and have a look and see if you can have a look for some advertisements around home, whether you've got magazines or newspapers or something that comes up on your Instagram or your TikTok, and see if you can answer these questions as well. So go through and give yourself a little bit of a tester. And I will see you tomorrow when we do lesson 2. See you later, guys.